It'll be so random in a building. You feel me, man? The group we make another movie. We got my little chain, man. I know it's an N1 middle school. Don't mind that. This is the struggles. You know what I'm saying? Make anything work. Babe, I'm entertainment, man. Alright, let's get it. So, today's video, what am I a victim to? Or, what have I been a victim to? Or, you could prepare yourself for certain situations based off past experiences you've been through and things you're experiencing now. I'm gonna just run through the questions real quick, and then I'm gonna go over each question from my aspect. What am I a victim to? How did I think in these times? Question 3, how did I feel in these times? How did I react in these times? What results came from these reactions? What skills did I have to commit in order to truly escape? If someone could have helped you right then and there, what would you have wished or asked for? How can I be that person I wished for when I was going through it? What occupation would best fit my preference of fun, but still allow me to tell my story and spread wisdom to the communities that I relate to? Okay, so let's get into it now. Question 1. What am I a victim to? Or you could say, what have I been a victim to? It depends what sense you want to talk about this in. So something that I've been victim to, this is just for example, right? But it's really something that I have been victim to. Something that I have been victim to is starting a fire on accident. I guess that's like, he was the cause of it too though, at the same time, but it's still something that like scarred my mind in a sense, like, that had me like, dang, bro, I really started a fire and like, this could have been the end of everything. It had me thinking at such a young age already. So that's like something that I've been victim to. So how did I think in these times? I was like, oh, what the, like, this fire, bro? Like, I wasn't even thinking about death or nothing. I didn't even know I was like 7 or something. I was just thinking like, okay, how can we get out of here, like, with our life alive, for real? How can we get out of here alive? How can I jump this fire? Hey, are we gonna get burned if we jump this fire? Is my cousin gonna be able to jump this fire too? Because we're trapped in a room and the fire is right in the doorway. So how did I feel in these times? I felt scared. I felt like I was gonna get in trouble. I just knew I was gonna get a whooping that day. Like, I just knew I was gonna get something. You feel me? Like, I felt more scared of what the consequences are gonna be after making it out alive from here. Like, I don't think I was really, I didn't feel unconfident that we wasn't gonna make it, but for my cousin I was a little bit like skeptical, like, dang, hope he makes it too. How did I react in these times? Well, with me being scared, well, it's like I was kind of panicking but trying to be strong, like trying to stay calm. But you know, as a kid, you gonna panic. You feel me? You just gonna figure out how to get up out of there. Like, if you see something bad, you trying to get away from it. So I'm like, how can I jump the fire? Like, so the way I reacted, I prepared myself. Like, with that, like, I try to estimate the fire height and the top of the door. That's how I reacted. Jumping over the fire, getting out of there. Got out of that room, me and my cousin. What results came from these reactions? So we jumped over the fire. The results that came from that, we made it out alive. You feel me? The fire was gone. What else? Now I have this imprint of my memory about fire that was in my doorway. Kind of affected my dreams a little bit. I had a scary dream. That's a whole different story for another time. Like, so the reaction that came from this was, it had me thinking very deep, like, about being careful with fire specifically, but really how thankful, like being thankful already at a young age to be alive. What skills did I have to commit in order to truly escape? So if we really reflect on the skills, so one skill is spatial awareness. I had to calculate the distance to the top of the door, the fire height and the floor kind of thing, how high the fire is. Like, at that time I thought, if you touch a little bit of fire, you just gonna burn like as a kid. So I'm like, yo, I cannot get no fire on me. So the calculation had to be so exact in my head. Spatial awareness, the jumping part, jumping and actually executing that. I don't even know what that skill is called. Like when you get to this question, this is when you get online or use books or something to actually look up what skills that you use. Like you'll type in what you did, and then you can type in what skill is da 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 da. So I'll be like, what skill is jumping over a fire? Even though that's so simple, like it probably won't even make sense, but it's somewhere to start, and it allows you to explore yourself and really figure out what skills did you actually commit in the real terms behind it. Like staying calm under pressure, kinda. With so many things going around at once, sounds. Yeah, I'm gonna actually dive into this more. If someone could have helped me right then and there, what would I have asked for or wished for? So if someone could have helped me during that time, would tell me to stop, don't put the lighter to the garbage can, would have just showed me the lighter if I was curious about it. I wish I would have asked questions like, why did I ask questions about it? Yeah, I wish I would have asked more questions about the lighter. More intelligence on fire because of my liking my crump name, Fire Style. I used to have on the Xbox too. How can I be that person I wished for when I was going through it? Well, you can do it by small ways. You can do it by telling your little cousins or little sisters. Okay, so in this circumstance, with the fire thing, now I know that if somebody is curious about something, I know that kids can be curious, and if I catch them looking at something, I might know to just explain it to them, or if they're interested in something themselves. Let's say this kid's name is Torch Style or something, right? It's like their dance name or their gamer tag name. Like, there's no reason why they picked that name, you know what I'm saying? Might really feel like a trailblazer, a trendsetter of some sort. So, I would, if I see that they keep looking at my torch or something, then I would just explain to the kid, like, hey, what's up? Like, I see you looking at the torch. Like, something cool about it? Like, it's something about it that catch your attention? Because, you know, like, trying to talk to them, just really figure out what their interest is. Because kids will do it if they're curious. So yeah, that's how I can be. That's a part of me. That's how I can apply this experience to my wisdom, by spreading the wisdom, spreading my experiences. Okay, so the last question is, what occupation would best fit my preference of fun, but still allow me to tell my story? So with this, let's say I wanted to become a fire educator and educate people on how fire, I think. Say I wanted to study fire, maybe wildfires, all kinds of ways, like stopping wildfires, maybe like studying the chemical reactions of fire more. Like, there's all kinds of ways. If I was really hit by this scenario and it was like my main life purpose now, and I felt so passionate to help people not go through this experience again, then it would become an occupation. If you've been a victim to something and you don't want nobody else to go through it, or people that's close to you go through it, you can figure out what occupation allows you to do that mission through something fun that you like to do, or something that satisfies you, that you don't feel excruciated by doing. So then you're helping people not face the same trauma you've been through in the world. You're putting positivity in the world just by telling one person. Your occupation could come from this, but if the situation is something like, that's not my biggest trauma, but I can still incorporate it in my occupation. Maybe it's something that I implement. Like maybe I have a slogan that has something with fire in it, like light up like fire or something. I don't know. It can be small things. If it's something that I don't want to be super passionate about, I could just probably have someone in the community, like hitting up flyers about fire, or just talking to people I know. And now my little cousin wants to be a firefighter because he's really passionate about that. He's like, yo, you went what? Went through that? Nobody should go through that. But yeah. So yeah, what am I a victim to? That's one thing I've been a victim to. Fire. Possibly dying due to me starting the fire, but I'm thankful and I thank God every day that I made it and my cousin made it. It's just crazy. I hope this template allows you to process what you've been victim to more efficiently and allow you to realize why you should even spread your wisdom in the first place. Keep going, keep pushing, because maybe you're going through a situation right now that you're a victim to. If the situation feels so deep, this might become something that you help others never. You can help people go through. You can help. This might be if the situation you're going through feels so deep now, it might be something that's part of your life purpose. You might want to help people never want to experience that problem. So you do your best to try to fight or even cure that problem. But yep, I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here. And lay back Bum Entertainment, man. You know I'm coming. Peace. Have fun, man. And be meaningful.
Simple vlog guide. There we go. And this is a couple uploads I did right there.
Shout out to my family. They impressive. Let's go. They know I'm the best. Run me up a check. Money. I don't gotta flex. Call it a finesse. Don't run about no weapons. They know I'm up next. Egg out with my name. Saying backwards, understand. I just do my dance.
What was that? Mine.
Cause I spit that flame. Got heat on my name.